We've been separated from nature since the very beginnings of our Western mythology. Hercules killed all the animals, cleaned out the stables. That's what the hero is supposed to do, is kill off the animals. Moses killed 20,000, was against the golden calf. The people were going to worship the golden calf when he was up there getting the commandments or talking to God or whatever he was doing up there. And when he came down, they had been worshiping an animal. So he separated God from animal. Previously, in Egypt and many other cultures, God and animal were one. This was finished with Moses, finished with Hercules, finished with Gilgamesh. So the very beginnings of our consciousness have to do with separating it from the animal. That's nature. You can't be separated from nature. Why we think that way is the interesting thing, not whether we are or are not. It's what happens in the mind that likes to think that it's separated from nature. Does that mean that the mind or the human being thinks he's now more free, or that the human being thinks he's now superior? In other words, what does it do for you to think you're separated from nature?
So what does it do for you?
What does it do for you? Well, it gives you a sense of superiority. That's number one. Number two, that you can control it. You can put a dam on a river, and you can chop down a tree, and you can do any damn thing you want to do because you're not nature. And that idea goes back to Descartes, where the world is a flat res extensa, extended stuff, and the mind is where the soul is. So, Descartes created litter. There'd be no litter in the world. He made the world dead, soulless. And so being separated, it turns the world into litter, waste matter, products for human use. The backlash is really, again, psychological, that we are so inflated that we've lost touch with reality. When I say what's real, I mean the actual dependence of human life on air, water, food, soil, sunlight, temperature, the fundamental simple things that we depend upon. They are one after another being, or have been, I won't say destroyed, but permanently damaged. Our air, our water, so on, let alone the animals with which we live and which we eat. Since we're up top on the food chain, or have been for a while, may not last, we are destroying, as we move forward with our superiority, the very basis on which that superiority rests. And the prognosis, unless there is a change, is that we eat up or destroy or suffocate the things that keep us going. Keep human life going. See, all of this, though, is from the point of view of the human. This is anthropocentric. I'm not sure even that makes sense. That's one of the fundamental things that has to change, is that we are not at the top of the pile or in the center of the universe. It could be something profound in human nature, which is greed or expansionism or growth. The rage to do, to make, to expand, to take hold, to own, to possess. Is that only a Western drive? Is that an all-human drive? It seems not to be an all-human drive. When you look at some tribal societies that have lived 50, like the Aborigines in Australia, they've lived 50,000 years without getting into that. And owning gives you the right to do whatever the hell you want to do with what's yours. I am captain of my own ship, and nobody's going to push me around, and watch out for the law of eminent domain, and this is my land and you get the hell off, and so on. So if I want to cut down the trees on my land, they don't belong to the common, which was one of the older ideas, but they belong to me. It's the sense of own, my own. And psychotherapy's turned this whole thing into you're supposed to own all your feelings, own everything you've said, and we continue to build this personal owner so that we then feel threatened with anybody, anything, any people, any move that would take some of that away. Like, you want to govern my trees, my waste, my this, my that. You're infringing on me.